Alrighty. Stealth mode enabled. And there is a dead man. Alright, let's camp real quick. That's creepy. Get ourselves back to full. So we have 4 times our maximum health. Who are those people running to? Shattered pieces of a crater strewn across the dirt, along with a few muddy vegetables. Let's shoot this fucking thing. Cripple him. Alright, he's dead.
He won't see me coming.
Check around up here, see what we got. Didn't see where those guys ran off to, though. That goes somewhere else. Bear cave. I don't like the idea of that. Another river crossing. Oh shit, there's 3 of them. Cripple him. Cripple him.
They won't see me coming.
And let's stash all of those. That armor, don't need to be carrying that around. Struts and supports are large enough to be the ribs and vertebrae of a dragon.
Something.
Hey, what's in here? Gems, gems, gems. Let's get back over where we were. Which I guess is down this way. More apparitions. Grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. Yeah, more camping supplies. Hey, there's a dude.
Good day, stranger.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up at you as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? You look to be from a long way from home, meaning no offense. Not sure what brought you down here, but it's no place to go wandering alone. He wipes his brow and is turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. I'm only passing through. I mean to reach Gilded Vale. You're headed in the right way. Shouldn't be too much farther, and there's no missing it if you keep to the road. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked, me and a friend of mine. We came out to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great, monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Naughton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since... Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend and I'm heading home. Alright, well, goodbye.
A blade in the dark.
Boom. You're getting interrupted all over the place. Knock it down. Cripple it so I can fuck it up. Oh, I did hobble it.
They won't see me coming.
Search around here.
There's something ahead.
Ooh. Ring of Overseeing. Ability area of effect. Alright. Might as well equip that. These aged walls appear to have once encircled the entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Examine it more closely. These heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Can I scale it? You find a handhold on one of the stones and start to pull yourself up, but uneven bricks and odd angle of ascent make the climb difficult, and after a short distance, your arms begin to burn too fiercely. You are forced to drop back to the ground. Alright, so I need like a rope or something.
Keeping an eye out.
Why, hello. Ooh! Fucked him up good.
They won't see me coming.
Whoa, what? Yeah, I want nothing to do with that. Fruit and get the fuck out of here. Alright, let's move on. Place is scary. Those guys look like something I don't want to fuck with. They're like Wu-Tang Clan. Off to Gilded Vale. I'm sorry, Stronghold? I like the sound of Stronghold. The fuck happened here?
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a Hollowborn child?
No.
Are you absolutely certain?
Never had a kid, so
Lord
yes.
Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly to the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
So that tree over there. Ah, yes. Not everyone has accepted the measures necessary to keep the village safe. Ever since Lord Radric banished the mothers of Hollowborn, some have taken up arms against him, and while he's been searching for a cure, he's been beset with frauds and opportunists. We've had ciphers, wizards, and animancers come through town, taking the Lord's coin and promising to end the curse. Lord Radric finally decided to make an example of those who would profit from our tragedy. He points to the body of a dwarven woman. The latest was an animancer from the Valen Republics who claimed to know the techniques none of us had seen. By now, we've seen them all. But you said something about Hollowborn and Wadewind's legacy? He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Dyrwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to whisper. Children born without souls. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the god. In truth, no one knows. But they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Wadewind's legacy struck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has the best interests at heart. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understand our rules. I've been feeling strange ever since a close encounter with a Beowick. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Very true.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Well,
Keep
goodbye.
out of...
Listen!
Hey, listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
Do not threaten me, you little man. He shakes his head unmoved. It's no threat. Only a warning. Lord Radric will tolerate no threats to his kin or those who live upon his lands. Grief will not make him more docile. Does this affect his offer to new settlers? I cannot be sure of anything right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough.
Keeping an eye out.
I don't really care if they see me or not. We're back on fast mode. Scattered beneath the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers, and notes half erased by the rains. Oh, hey, there's a rock over there.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for anyone that can help me feel better. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a drag from his long pipe. My condolences. He exhales, turns his attention away, watching the village around him.
Keeping an eye out.
We've got some villagers. We've got this weird temple thing here. Things are bound to get worse now. Don't be stupid. They can't possibly get any worse. Don't ever say that. They always can. What we got around here? That's a way out. Aloth. You see 4 people gathered around the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Ooh, a fight. One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. You've got a lot of gall mocking us in our village. We don't take ill treatment from foreigners, especially not Erdurians.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cock's feather!
I like this guy.
I'll cut that barrel-looking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
Interesting that he keeps flipping accents.
That's where you're wrong.
I don't think that attacking him is a really good idea for you. The 3 drunks scowl at you, and why is that? Well, he's reaching for something, and since it's not a rapier at his side, it's either a wand or a throwing dagger, and you don't look ready to deal with either. They look at one another. One of the men gives the other 2 a warning shake of his head before turning to you. We're done for now, but this one better watch his step around here, because we're not going anywhere. With a final scowl, he turns to leave. As the 3 men stumble away, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You mean for making them piss their pants? You're welcome.
Well, that is one way of putting it.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of a fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months of travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
How'd you manage to get stuck out here? He laughs uncomfortably. That is something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
Oh, you know, things happened.
In Gwithan Ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. I mean, half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious. What exactly did you find there?
A Beowick.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
So how'd you piss those 3 off?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one guy to go fuck his sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. Yeah, I see. I get that. For which I'm grateful. Let's discuss something else, shall we? And what are you doing in the Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
You? I've seen some strange things of late, and I'm looking for an expert. No, I'm gonna say that, like you said, I'm a settler.
Indeed. In that case, welcome to Gilded Vale, a true refuge from civilization.
You know, you don't look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
It's a good point. I'll see you later.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
I like the cut of this guy's jib, so I think I'm gonna let him go with us. Let's go.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Take a look at him. So he's a wizard. Level 2, he's a wood elf. From the Adir, he's a gentry. "12, 10, 11, 16, 16, 13. Good stats. He's wearing special magic leather armor that gives him an ability area of effect. I think I'm actually going to give him the area of effect ring as well. Have no reputation. Alright, let's check his inventory. Let's give him this area of effect ring. Wizards have the ability to learn a staggering number of spells, but they are always limited by the capacity of their grimoires. At any given time, a grimoire can only contain 4 spells of each level. Click on a spell in the right panel to remove it from the grimoire. Add spells to empty slots by clicking on the spell from the left. Let's see what we've got here. We've got Fan of Flames, creates a cone of fire in front of the caster, causing burn damage, a lot of burn damage, to anyone in the area of effect. Kelikoth's Sunless Grasp, they become so cold as to freeze what they touch. Does freeze damage to a target. And reduces its accuracy. Dazzling Lights, attacks reflex. Attacks deflection, attacks reflex. Overwhelms anyone in the area of effect with brilliant and bewildering pyrotechnic display, decreasing their will and leaving them dazed. No damage. Manelta's Minor Missiles. Summons 3 spell missiles that batter the target, inflicting crush damage. Creates a duplicate of the caster to distract enemies, granting the caster a high deflection bonus against a single attack. Alright. Whoa. Alright.
Indeed.
So he's badass.
As you wish. Well, yes.
I shall be discreet.
Alright, we'll come back to here. I want to check out the other side of the town. Hi, guys. As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this man's soul. Voices from the past seem to call out for you. You see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind, a rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. At their head stands a commander, awkward in full armor, but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There is a twist to his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground as Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on the troops. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. Just get the fuck away from him.
A blade in the dark.
Get the fuck away from him. Whoa, this is trippy. You see a group of people standing around a wagon, transfixed on a sword as it swings in a large, graceful arc. This man holds the sword, passing it from hand to hand with a relaxed ease, making the blade dance in front of his audience. He tosses it into the air, spins, then puts his arm behind his back to catch it. The crowd claps excitedly, and a couple of them gasp, certain they were about to see a tragedy. You see a room, bright and warm, covered in greenery. There is a spot in this entire space that doesn't have some kind of plant. There isn't a spot that doesn't have some kind of plant growing in it. Small germinating seeds in a corner here, large sprawling vines climbing the walls there. Although most of the plants are actually some kind of container, there are a few that have grown from the dirt floor itself. These are just as lovingly cared for as anything else in the room. This man wanders through the plants, each smiling at each and every one, an old pipe clenched between his teeth. Stopping next to one, he touches a leaf, lifting it to look at the underside, then gently rubs it between his fingers. He takes a small handful of the soil in it and grows in and crushes it with his fingers. Satisfied, he drops the soil back into the plot and continues to the next plant. He hums a low, cheery tune as he moves among the plants, occasionally stopping to sing a few words of something to one of them. Finally, he reaches the door, having visited every plant in the room. He turns back to look at them, a look of serene pleasure on his face. He then turns and is gone. That's the way out. That's the way out. And a bunch of cows. Oh, there's a sign. Black Hammer Smithery. That's theft. That's theft. Dented and dull, these swords look ready for the forge.
They won't see me coming.
You see a man crouching, surreptitious and alone, a series of untamed shrubs, all that hides him from the vision ahead. His eyes are locked on a Delmgen, with beautiful and terrible eyes half-lidded as she hums. A bird with fantastic blue and orange plumage sits on her shoulder, trilling gently, and the man is entranced. Trembling, tentative, he stands, and the tranquility is broken by the bird's startled squawk. The Delmgen half smiles, beckoning with twig-like fingers. She does not speak as he approaches. His mouth is dripping sounds of awe and admiration. She waits, coy and tempting, and with agonizing slowness he is before her. Then something changes. She sees something hanging limply from his side and begins to hiss, fingers suddenly claws, and eyes black with hate. He has no time to reach for his axe or grimoire as she strikes, and just as soon as she strikes, she is gone, the only evidence of her existence, the shuddering wreck on the ground. He grabs at his grimoire nevertheless and begins to chant, but the words of a magical language of his own imagining, scribbled with maniacal shorthand, ring hollow, and the silence continues unabated. He turns and shrugs at someone or something, but if there is something there, you do not see it. What does he have for a weapon, anyway? A scepter. You You see a group of adventurers surrounded by a crowd of attacking Zorips. This man is with them, seemingly unconcerned by the battle, even detached from it as he stands in the middle of his comrades, chanting, his expression bordering on elation. His voice is powerful and deep, booming out across the combatants as a rich counterpoint to the chaos of their fighting. With every phrase, the battle changes. His allies glow with a pulsing blue light, freezing the Zorips that surround them. A blazing pyre erupts from the ground, cutting and burning the creatures and sending them scattering. One of the fallen Zorips suddenly explodes as the three giant grubs crawl from its corpse and attack the remaining enemies. The man continues to chant, thoroughly enthralled in the joy of the moment. Finally, the creatures have been reduced to one. His allies stand back as the man approaches it, still chanting. He removes his hammer and swings it at the Zorip. His phrase ends as the hammer connects with its head, punctuating the spell and bringing his song to an end. Alright, because I don't know if I can sell directly from the stash, let's just pull everything out of here. Those can go in it, though. Damn it. Do. Grabbing all the shit. This Omawa man is of impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square jaw face coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome, you're the first new face I've seen in a quite long time. What can I do for you? What do you do here? You've come to us at a strange time. The stock's not what it used to be, but we've some fine weapons and armor to offer yet, all forged right here in the Black Hammer. What happened? We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near a week now, and I haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them. Or my workers ran off with a wagon themselves, maybe to make some coin. As if that lot would dare. He's right about the bandits. The dire situation in villages like this and the exodus to the cities has created far too many opportunities for an unscrupulous sort. Tautano scratches his jaw, thinking, if you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon, or my shipment at the very least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Riedrich. He glances at the nearby guard, and that is as it should be, but it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We don't have the iron. Where was the wagon traveling from? We send the wagon up to New Hyumar with weapons, and it swings around through Logholm and the like to purchase supplies. Shortest route back is through the Black Meadow and then north through the wilds. He shakes his head. Had a trader come through with the word that they'd made it to Logholm, but I haven't heard a thing since. Alright, I'll see if I can find him. You have my thanks. You bring those supplies back and I'll have plenty more to offer you. A discount to start. Oh, and if you find my workers, tell them to hurry it up or they can take up farming instead. I actually wanted to shop. Alright, so let's hang on to those. Bye-bye, trusty spear. Cancel. Oh, I can just do this. That's much faster. Actually, I want to keep one of those torches. Okay, what do we got here? Camping supplies, which I've got maxed right now. Jenna's Lance. Increasable reach. Hold wall. Reduced crit damage. It's a nice stiletto. Warbow mace saber. Average speed, 13 to 20 slash. Blunting belt. Cape of withdrawal. Rope and grappling hook. I would like that, please. Take the pry bar, too. Never know when those will become useful. Let's head out of here. Just a little bit more exploring of the northern part of the town, and then we're out. Actually, due to the fact that I have limited hard drive space, we're going to stop this video right here. And I will see you guys next time. I hope that this is something that you all enjoy. And now we have a friend. His name is Aloth. Why am I not the one in front?
Well, I'll take care of it.
We might as well, since there's only 2 of us, switch to that formation. Alright, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Like, subscribe, all that shit.